Welcome to one of our between seasons episodes, the second part of our murder mystery, Rich Man Gonna Die.
Rich Guy Gonna Die.
Rich Guy Gonna Die?
Gotta rhyme.
Yeah, you gotta make it rhyme,
Guy
man.
Gonna Die. Somebody has messed up entitling the Twitch stream. Anyway, I am Eric Scott to be the typical DM of this group, but not tonight. That is gonna be Yang Yang Wang. But first, take it away, Aaron.
I am Erin M. Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels saga, and I play Cecilia, who is definitely not a warlock.
Definitely.
I'm also going to tell you really quick about our sponsor. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure. That includes Farida Havilar Mehen, and also, if you like, familiar Zuni from the Brimstone Angels saga. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and web, Xbox One, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. Right now, they are doing their streaming spectacular, so you may come over here from one of their excellent shows. Storyteller Mars is finishing up his Rich Man's Treasure adventure around now.
Another rich guy adventure, huh? All right.
Yeah. Or one man. It was one man's trash last week, and it's one man's treasure. That's right. Sorry, guys, I'm a little sleepy. And it is their midsummer 4. That sounds right. Anyway, there's always something fun happening in Idle Champions. If you type in the command at the bottom of the screen, it will give you a code for an Electrum chest, so you can get some cool stuff for your characters. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check it out at idlechampions.com.
I'm Rhiannon Held. I write urban fantasy under Rhiannon Held, and space opera is RZ Held. And I play Artemisia, half-elf sorcerer, who is very tightly wound, very fashionable, and really likes lightning.
Hello, I'm Yang Yang Wang. Normally I play Stong MacGuck, but tonight I am DMing for Rich Guy Gonna Die, Part 2.
Totally.
Hi, I'm a writer and game designer at Wizards of the Coast. Disclaimer, all thoughts and opinions expressed in the stream are my own and do not represent Wizards of the Coast. But I am playing Caleb Amakir, who is a Averial necromancer and commitment phobe.
Nice. I'm Randy Henderson. Hello. And I play Rogar Battlebairn, a dwarf cleric and baby gay.
So before we begin tonight, I'd like to call out the fact that we're also doing a giveaway. If you take a look at the bottom corner, you will see that there is a code there that you can also, or a command there that you could also type into the chat in order to enter for a chance to win a custom Jumbo D20 from Teacup the Creator.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Hey, I realized I didn't tell people about what character I was playing. I am no longer playing Sturge, but to be fair, I was never playing Sturge. I am playing Fane, who is definitely a warlock. So,
yeah,
or maybe it's a doppelganger playing Fane, playing Sturge. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's actually Milton playing Fane, playing Sturge. It's just doppelgangers all the way down.
Yeah. It's Inception. It's Incepelganger.
Yes.
Doppelception.
Doppelception. There we go.
Okay. So,
all right.
When we last left off, you had just discovered that Sturge was actually Fane, and you were having a chat with Fane outside of the doorway of Erdwane Shalesar's office when Kalith felt a vibration at her back, and pushing open the door with her mighty strength. What is your strength, like 6?
That's
9?
9? Oh,
come
well,
on.
much better than I thought.
Artemisia.
You found
Practically a barbarian.
yeah. But yeah, you saw the dead body of Erdwane Shalesar laying there dead at your feet.
Rogar will, of course, leap to the body and check to see if he's actually dead or just mostly dead. And if he's actually dead, attempt to revivify on him.
So you push open the door the rest of the way. You and Kalith both managed to get it open really easily. And you see that he is actually lying on his back, face down into the ground. You see that there's a dagger straight sticking into his back. And when you flip him over, you see that there are more punctures on his front. And it seems like when you try to revivify him, his heart is too damaged for you to bring him back.
Wait, what sort of punctures?
Stab? They look like stab wounds.
And was his heart damaged by the dagger or by the fact that his doctor perhaps might have done this?
His heart was damaged by many things throughout the years. Your mighty perception can see all the emotional damage that it took.
Okay.
Speaking of his daughter, is she in the room?
She is in the room. She's actually sitting behind the desk. She is just like sitting there. Her eyes are sort of like glazed over as if when she was still being blinded and deafened. She's sort of just like twiddling her thumbs there.
So we're all
She was
standing over
not.
the
She was
body.
not deafened. She was not deafened anymore, but she's still blinded, right?
Sounds like somebody
As
else
if
deafened
she
and
were.
blinded her.
Oh,
Or something.
So it is at that moment that Kieran walks up behind you and he says, I heard a commotion up here. Is everything... Oh my God! Spotting his dead employer, he looks shocked.
blindness, deafness, real quick.
No. Save your spells, Caleb.
Better than
Ar-
shatter. Yeah.
Artemisia is going to reach out for his shoulder and say, don't run off. We need to consider people's reactions. We don't want to cause panic, and we don't want whoever did this to be able to get away under cover of that panic. So why don't you stay here, and we're going to figure out what we're going to say to people when we're going to say it. Okay?
Kieran says, I have a scroll of seeming. I will use it, or not seeming. I have a scroll of, sending. I have a scroll of sending, which I will use to call the local peacekeeping forces. And I will go and lock down the front door to make sure that nobody leaves right now. Is that all right?
Yes.
That does sound like a good idea.
Exactly.
Also,
Okay.
I had cast through seeing earlier. Do I notice, as I look around the room, do I notice anything that I might not have noticed had I not had through seeing?
Remind me again what True Seeing, like all the things that True Seeing does. So like shape changers. Invisible
you
things?
See things as they actually are for the duration. Has true sight, notices secret doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane, all out to a range of about 120 feet.
Okay, when you look around the room, you see that actually behind the bookshelf, there appears to be a large empty space.
How large?
Like a hallway large.
Whoa, guys, there seems to be a hallway behind that door.
Well, let's go open it.
A hallway behind the door?
Sorry, a hallway behind the bookcase.
Hey, Yang Yang.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to cast Enthrall on Kern.
I'm gonna
okay.
counterspell her.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Listen, like what you do is you show up, you trick us, right? You come in, you trick us, we catch you, you say, "Oh, this is because we like you. This is because I like you. This is because I'm
That
helping."
man is going to get us taken to jail.
Why would we get taken to jail, Fane? You're the
Because
one that
you
needs to
just-
worry about getting taken to
Okay,
jail.
look, because you've just been framed for murder.
Okay.
Like,
Wait, what do you mean we've been praying for murder?
I've been there, done that. I know what it's like.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't get the impression that Kieran thought you killed him.
No, not even a little. Thank you. I'm glad that's
Look,
true because I definitely didn't read him that
don't
way.
know
Oh my god.
who
Fane,
set you
stop,
up.
Stop. This is how this works every time. You turn this around, you tell us, you give us like a little thread of information, and then eventually you're just going to try and trick us again and disappear and escape. That's how it goes. That's what happens every single time. So I don't know what your angle is.
Listen, Cecilia, I'm trying to help you. It's
That's what you say every time.
It's a
Fane.
really,
Every
it's a
time.
really good setup. It really is. Helps. Even I'd be convinced if I didn't know better, because you're you, and obviously you didn't kill this man. Except, well, I don't know about Caleth. I haven't seen her in a long time, but I know you're innocent. I'd have to give the dastard props. You set all this up, and I'd avenge you just out of principle. But you're still errant for sure, especially if you let that young man go
You
and call the
think
authorities.
I can't talk my way out of this. That man doesn't think that we did it. Moreover, If someone shows up thinking we did it, there is no evidence. Yes, we
That's
put the last person to
exactly-
talk to. No,
That's
stop.
exactly what the man setting you up wants you
Fane,
to
why do you think I'm going to listen to you? Every time it's the same thing. You come, you trick us, you steal something from us, and then you run back to your dad.
Look,
Also-
And what do you think we do after
also,
that?
I
Do we
was
sit
so-
around and go like, oh, that Fane, she's so smart and wily. I wish she'd hang out with us and be our friend. Ugh, Wilton is so stupid for not appreciating her. Because
okay.
I've got news for you, Fane. You can have friends and you can have marks, but they can't be the same people.
Does anybody use their brain here? Because I'd
I'm
like
gonna
to
go
speak
check
to
out
the
the
person
secret
using
door.
their brain.
I'm gonna go check out the secret door with Rogar.
So when you
Caleb.
approach the bookshelf, you notice that one of the middle shelves is really different from the rest of the shelves. So the rest of the shelves, all the books are slotted in with the spines showing towards you, but the middle shelf has 6 books, and those 6 books are labeled accounting I through VI, and there are also 3 bookmarks there: red, green, blue.
Hmm.
I feel like I
Well, on
need to write
those,
this
are they
down.
just are they normal? I know I'm like write down the notes.
Are the books in order?
The books are in order. I shared an image to Roll20. I don't know if you had a chance
I
to see
see.
that.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh, excellent.
So
there
as you are
any-
pondering, oh yes,
I was gonna say, is there anything else in the room that has these similar colors on them?
no.
Okay. Put the red one in number 3, put the blue one in number 4, and put the green one in number 5. Does it work?
My God, it works,
What?
and
you have
it
got to explain
slides
yourself.
open.
Red,
That is
red has 3
amazing.
letters. Blue
Oh, you
has 4
smarty. I
letters,
love
green
it.
has-
okay.
Felix with the big brains.
Big
With the
brain.
always hanging out in the library. Makes sense.
Yeah. So
Oh
I
my
actually,
God.
Good. At least you found a secret door you can hide from arrest. Perfect.
so
I'm
I
not
don't
a
even
fan
have
of
to say
considering.
this, but I forgot to say that what I'm gonna do tonight is if you guys ever get into problems or you want to interact with the viewers, I'm gonna give you a lifeline where you can just cash it in and then talk to the viewers and try to get their ideas, to the solutions to these puzzles. But Emily, oh my goodness, you don't need no one.
Queen.
She
Queen.
should get inspiration for that, for sure.
She doesn't need inspiration.
She doesn't need
She'll never
inspiration.
use it. All right.
I love that. Like, I don't need that.
Well, just before like everybody goes
Oh my
back into the passage, or while they're going into the secret behind the bookcase, Artemisia wants to check on Jira. And
Uh,
see what's up with her.
1 second. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
she's still there. Can
she's
she
still
see?
there. So Cecilia, you see that there's actually like only one magical effect still on Jira.
Okay.
She hears she hears what you guys are saying and she says, "Hey, what's happening?"
Artemisia,
What's
do you
happened?
have a dispel magic?
Yeah, that's what she was immediately.
I mean, I can just
So.
take it off. I just forgot to earlier.
Oh, is this yours?
Is it
yes.
Caliph.
I'm taking it off now, okay? Look, I solved the bookmarks.
So DM, does it work? Does Caliph removing her spell make Jira able to?
Yeah, her eyes come back into focus. I'm trying to juggle Roll20 and this at the same time. But yeah, like so basically her eyes come back into focus and first she sees your face, Caliph, and then she looks around the room and she's like, "Wait, what's happening?" And then her eyes fall upon the form of Erdwane and then she screams and then she faints.
See, maybe we should have planned this differently in retrospect.
What?
So
She might react to something. Ah.
So
Go away,
for-
Fane.
now that the bookshelf has slid
That was
away,
Sturge's illusion saying that, by the way.
Okay, but Fane's controlling the illusion.
Yes.
So still, Cecilia's still gonna go away, Fane.
Would it help if I speak to you in this form?
Okay. Should we put her in the ring to recover, or is
No.
Be
Please.
upset.
There's no need to put me in the ring.
Nobody's talking to you. I meant Jira.
I mean,
Yes, we should put her in the ring. Perfect. Good idea.
better than a bag of holding, that's for sure.
well, because Rhiannon was about to say, "Oh, well, that might upset her," but actually, literally, Artemisia would be like, "Oh yeah, that's the best thing. It feels really safe in there. Like it's nice." So who wouldn't want to be in there?
One of those things where it's like, oh, I see so many problems, but it's like, no, it's probably fine. I feel like the characters would go, that's probably a good idea. It's better than none of us are carrying her.
And we need to
is
ask
Curtin
if she
still in there?
heard
No, he left.
anything.
That's true.
But apparently she didn't if she wasn't already like screaming. Like
Mhm.
if I was blinded and heard like stabbing sounds, like I wouldn't come out and be like, oh, what's going on? I would be like, what the heck was that? So
Yeah. So just real quick, in Roll20, I swapped screens. This is I'm giving you a map of like the overall manner. This is like what you know. I haven't labeled any of the rooms that you haven't explored yet, and I gave you a list of the people. You know, there's like a little box with the possible suspects. Theoretically, you should be able to move around these tokens so that you can use them, you know, to make notes with. But anyways, as you are doing that, you feel like a slight like shuddering in the air. And those of you who, so Rogar, you specifically recognize it as a teleportation spell.
Ooh.
And a moment later, you hear the door opening downstairs. And afterwards, a woman, a tall, dark-skinned woman, comes upstairs behind you. It's like she looks inside the room, looks at the dead body, looks at the rest of you, and she just goes, "Ooh, another day, another murder, huh? You all look like adventurers. It's a good thing that you're all here. That means my job is easy. Thank goodness there's always adventurers. Thank goodness there seems to always be adventurers around whenever a murder happens at these rich noble parties. Like, I don't even know why nobles have parties. They always get killed during these things, right? Am I right?"
You are not wrong.
She puts up a hand and she says, "Hi, my name is Peacekeeper Malara, and I am one of the local constables assigned to rich people murder detail."
Is that actually what it's called?
There's some other formal title, but who cares, right? Look, I've got this in the
VIP
bag.
homicide service.
That's 100% believable in Westgate, I think.
I mean, they could pay the big bucks, so you know that's why I get to teleport around whenever a rich person gets murdered. But you know, this is a pretty easy thing. Here, check this out. And she pulls out a scroll, and she says, "Look, you know what this is? It's a speak with the dead scroll. This guy will tell us exactly who killed him."
Oh, what a wonderful idea, Sturge says. I fully support this plan.
She says, she hands the scroll over to you, Sturge, and she says, "You know, you want to do the honors?"
Sturge pointedly does not take the scroll. Oh, no, I would love to watch you work.
Rogar whispers to Caliph, "Isn't this your thing?"
I'll be right over here for when the irons happen, though.
Don't talk with the dead.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, so Malara says, "You know, if you could cast a spell, you could save me one of these scrolls, and I'll get like a 5 gold raise on my monthly salary."
By
wanna split that?
pawning the scroll? Ah, a woman after my own heart.
You know, you save on budgets are everything these days. So
Budgets are everything.
she says, "Well, if one of you doesn't want to use it, I suppose I could use it."
And Caleb, are you looking to see if Caleb can cast Speak with Dead?
Trying to check. I don't think Caleb actually can.
I looked at your spells and you cannot. And that's why
I'll
this
do
is
it.
happening.
I'm pretty sure Kayla knows that spell,
Unless-
Oh, wait, no, yeah, she does have it.
Oh, I didn't think you prepared it.
but she might not have prepared it.
Oh, correct. She did not.
So
Well,
anyways,
do you want to do the
Wizards.
honors since this is your thing?
Yeah,
Ro-
yeah, use the scroll.
All right, sure.
Malara sits back and she begins to like pull out this little pouch, and it looks like some sort of fine tobacco. She begins to roll it, and she looks like she's just taking a quick break while you do this.
Rogar replies to
Because I
Caliph,
feel like that's a waste of taxpayer money.
Are you gonna tell her that?
No, it's just like thoughts in her head. It makes sense to keep her mouth shut on that at least.
Okay, so are you going to use the scroll or do something else?
Caleb will use the scroll.
All right. So you cast Speak with the Dead. You use the scroll, and it begins to disintegrate, and little bits of the scroll's paper like fall onto the floor afterwards. And at first, it seems like nothing happens, and then the eyes of the corpse light with like an eerie, cold grain. And the mouth of the corpse slacks open, and from it you hear a voice, like the distant voice of Erdwane Shalesar. And he says, "Where am I?"
That's an excellent question. What do you
That's
see?
a question for you.
Aye. What do you see?
Ooh, tell him he's lying dead in his office.
Oh wait, is this one of those things where we only get like 3
We only
questions?
get 5. We only get 5 questions.
Oh.
Don't answer his questions. Ask yours.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's get to the point. Who killed you?
His ghostly face like contorts into this angry grimace,
This will be good.
and he says, "Chira."
Who?
Who held the weapon that stabbed you and ended your life?
Chira.
Whoa.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Well, mystery solved.
She seemed so little. She
Yes.
couldn't have stabbed him that hard.
Wait, no,
That's
that
3
was the question.
questions. That's
Oh my
3
God.
questions. You only get 2 more.
That's a good question.
I think we should ask. So Artemisia is not gonna like say this right at him where he could take it as something.
Yeah, if we're like
He
this,
hears
we're like,
everything.
he's dead.
You should ask him who else was in the room when he died.
Who else was in the room when you died?
Chira.
All right.
Oh, wait, that doesn't answer the
Hmm.
question though. 'cause she
So
was-
Artemisia wants to ask, where
I mean,
were there
he's not lying.
signs
He can't lie.
of were there signs of magic at
Wait,
work in the room or on Jira when
Other than her
Wait.
blindness.
Wait. I have a different question I want to ask.
Okay.
Yeah, I had another
So-
one too, but I'm not gonna.
So I'm going to give you guys a moment. You guys should huddle. You guys got 1
Okay.
question left.
Yeah.
Decide what it's going to be.
I want to ask if there was more than one Jira in the room when he died.
Interesting.
Oh.
Because he keeps saying Jira, and he
I
said
wanted-
there was someone, and I asked him if anyone else was in the room, and he said Jira still. More than
Yeah, I wanted to ask if any of his known enemies or rivals has the power to control someone like Jared.
Well,
That's
maybe
probably
he
too
doesn't-
broad a question. Yeah.
Also, it's not. He doesn't necessarily know.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't know if his rivals have that ability or not. Or maybe they're tired.
Rogar would be, "Do you see any gods over there?" That's what Rogar would ask. So.
Is that what you're going to ask? All
No,
right.
no. I'm just saying in the huddle, like that's what Rogar would ask. So it's
Wait,
good that Rogar's not asking.
There's sort of 2 ways to take it. One is that there was doppelganger, somebody looking like her, who was also there as well as her, and then the other is like possession, kind of.
Okay.
And yeah,
I wonder if we asked him, who do you want us to bring to justice for your murder? If that
He's
would
going
give
to
us a
say
clue.
Jira.
Okay, thanks, Fane.
I'm just.
Because he loved and cared about his daughter and he wanted her to inherit. So if she's actually the murderer, which I still feel very skeptical about, for one thing, because this would end this stream very, very quickly if she's right there in the ring.
You
But
did it, friends. You did it.
let's go to eat the hors
Yeah.
d'oeuvres!
Stay tuned next week.
But if someone was controlling her, he would say that the person was controlling her or something else. He may not know who did it, but if he wants us, if he thinks it wasn't Jira, it was someone manipulating Jira in some fashion, or
Would he be able to know if someone was controlling Jira?
that is a good question.
Emily, you so smart. Big brain.
Hey,
I feel
everyone.
like part of me feels like he did not talk like someone who was expecting her to turn on him.
Mhm.
And part of me suspects that when someone suddenly acts wildly out of character, our loved ones will notice. Significant look at Fane.
Hey, everyone. Sturge says, I have a very important thing to say. Can I just say it real fast?
No, because
I
she'll
was
ask a
wrong.
question.
I want to admit my mistake. You have not been framed for murder. Lucky you. Fortunately, it's all going to be pinned on that innocent orphan urchin
Okay,
over there,
go
and
away, Fane.
everything's going to be fine.
Fane, go raid some hors d'oeuvres.
Aren't you still holding my cloak, Cecilia?
Well, no, I have let go of you a long time
Oh.
ago.
Oh, well, never mind.
When
then.
I walked over to the door, I definitely walked away.
All right. So,
Okay,
Fane's
so
just
what have we
speaking through
got?
the Sturge illusion.
We've
Rogar-
got
Rogar wants to know if there's gods and if he can feel love in the afterlife. That's what Rogar wants to know.
that
Okay.
would have to be a
Since we
second
have one.
casting.
Obviously, this is ideal. Just let the peace taker take the girl away, right? That's what you wanted.
Going to physically grab Fane and walk her out of the room.
Don't know where Fane is. It's just the illusion.
Can you just spell magic on that shit?
Oh. Oh, you're really going to
Anyway.
do me like that?
Anyway,
Cecilia?
we have a mystery to solve.
Disappears.
and I am not babysitting a chaos gremlin. Anyway, so are there magical effects? Who do you want to bring to justice for your murder? Was there more than one Jira? You have anything else that might pinpoint?
I
Did
think
you
that
notice anything strange before you died?
Strange is very vague.
It is,
Yeah.
but I feel like it gives him space to answer something besides Jira, right? Because if it's like a door opened in my bookshelf, my desk turned into a basilisk, or Jira acted really strange all of a sudden.
Well,
Those are all
so maybe
useful
we should
answers.
ask, did the Jira who killed you act differently from how you would have expected the Jira you know to act? I mean, aside from killing you.
I guess so. I can't decide if a broader question will net us more information, or if specificity is better, because then you won't, go veering off into a weird path. It's your question. You can make the call.
So with your knowledge of magic and arcana, you do know that this spell, corpses can't learn new information, and if it's something that he wouldn't know in real life, there's no way he would know it now. He doesn't get new senses, and also the answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive.
Oh, fun.
In that case, I think
It's all
we
baked
should.
into the spell.
Yeah, we should go with the
Budget
was-
cuts.
Other than killing you, was Jira acting off?
Oh, Rogar's like, or maybe we should ask him to spell the Jira, because maybe it was Jira that killed him, and this is Jeera over here, and we wouldn't want to mix them up.
All right, Kayla's gonna
Rogar's got an
turn.
intelligence of 9, so he's got.
We'll
the
get
best
another
question.
scroll, buddy.
Okay.
So what is the final Jeopardy? What is the final choice?
Do it.
It's gonna be Artemisia's question. Was the
Other than killing you, did Jira act any way that was unexpected or strange?
or what strange behavior? I'm trying to get it so that he doesn't just answer a yes no. It's like
Say, what did Jira do right before you died? No, then he'll probably say she killed me.
She lunged at me with a knife.
What did Jira use to kill you? Because there's a knife in his back, but then there's other wounds in his chest. Is that correct?
When you examine it real quick, they seem similar to the puncture wounds.
Okay.
That would.
Yeah, there was just a lot of stabbing.
Got it. Stab him a bunch in the front.
other
stab him
strange
in the back.
behavior did Jira exhibit before she killed you, aside from killing you,
Let's do it.
Give it a shot.
that you would not expect from Jira you know?
It's not a genie.
Just give him a list of all these caveats. If then statements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nested
Okay.
if then statements.
Okay. He says, yelled at me, but no words came out.
Interesting.
And that's all our questions, isn't it? So
Yep. So his
And
spirit disappears.
Jira's in the. Do we put Jira in the ring before the peacekeeper showed up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Malara finishes smoking, and she like rubs her cigarette on the banister, and she walks up to you and she says, "Well, sounds like an open shut case to me. So where's this Jira?"
I don't know. You know, we heard shouts. We came in here, and this is the only thing we found.
Give me a deception roll.
Boy, if this goes well.
And also, when there's an opportune time.
Ooh, I
Oh.
want to use my inspiration to do that over.
Okay. Ooh.
23.
Okay. She nods and she says, yeah, okay. Well, she can't be far. And
No, we did make sure to lock the doors.
we sealed up the front door, so if she tries to leave that way, we'll know.
Yeah, I think we're gonna look for some clues in this room. Maybe you should go look amongst the party guests, see if she has any Confederates or something.
She says, yeah, I think that there was a kitchen that I spotted with some leftover hors d'oeuvres downstairs.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
hors d'oeuvres.
question
The hors
kitchen
d'oeuvres are
staff.
so good.
Fantastic.
Wait, does Kayla still have the invisible servant carrying the loaded tray? Because we can just be snacking right now.
I love it, so I'm just gonna say yes. It's been standing next to you with a tray of hors d'oeuvres the whole time. Sure.
Oh my God, he's dead.
Yeah.
Look
Just
at
eating
that.
popcorn. Okay. So she says, okay, well, I will deputize your group to help me investigate. I've got about maybe like an hour and a half maybe to get this wrapped up. So, you know, so if you want to
Yeah.
really help me, you need to help me collect a motive, a means, and the opportunity. And then she looks over at the knife and she says, well, I guess it's pretty clear what the means are. But, you know,
Does
I'll let
seem
you
that way.
investigate. And then she walks away. Thanks, adventurers.
You're welcome.
I did want to cast like.
She ate all the bacon rolls.
She sure did.
Ah. I
Okay,
do
we're
wanna
all
ca-
in a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to cast Detect Evil and, like, just in case.
No, wait, you don't want to do that.
Well, I thought I want to do it as sooner rather than later because if there's something fleeing, I want to make sure I catch it before it's at range. So.
If something's fleeing, I'll go chase after it. You can cast Detect Evil while I'm gone.
Caliph, I feel like later you have something.
Oh,
you
someone's
need to
running.
share with the
Phew!
group.
Can I do
she's
like a
gone.
perception or something like that? Insight to.
I just want to check. We're all in agreement that it doesn't seem like makes sense that Jira did this, and we are trying to figure out if. But we have her in the ring if we need to, so I guess that's a good backup if it turns out she's a secret assassin.
Aye.
I'd be a
I mean-
little impressed if she was a secret assassin.
Worst case, she stabs illusionary Lilton a bunch of times. Aye.
I mean, we could end this stream
We've
in like
all
1
done
minute
it.
if you decide it's her. Turn her in for the money.
Okay,
And
you
then
know
GG.
what? Okay, here's something we could do. We can bring her out of the ring, kill her, speak with dead, and then Rogar, you can bring her back to life afterwards.
We could just ask her questions as an alive person too.
Aye.
Is there
lie.
not a do you not have that truth spell going in the ring?
Apparently, because Artemisia doesn't know like quite how to work it.
And
but-
your magic makes me very nervous sometimes.
I also can cast Zone of Truth,
Well,
which
see,
doesn't
look-
force them to speak the truth, but they cannot speak a lie. So they can just refuse to answer, though.
We can just be very convincing at her. Can we look
We
at
can
the
have
weapon?
other methods of convincing her to speak.
There's that too. Can we look at the weapon?
You mean like tickle her a lot until she speaks,
Her tickling.
or like okay.
So technically, Fane has also been deputized in the mistaken belief she's with our
Yep.
crew, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So he's gonna look at Fane and be like, "You can be
There any-
useful,
you-
or you can
You
go."
banished me from the room, so
I mean, I tried to push you out of the room.
didn't you dispel the illusion?
Yeah, but you're Did you not physically come in the room at all?
Oh, I
You were-
left.
Well, I thought you were
okay.
talking and stuff. You were there, right?
The illusion was talking.
Okay. Okay. So, anyways,
Slight confusion.
uh,
Do you want to retcon an action, retcon in some way that you were in the room?
No, I think Fane headed down to the feast hall to talk and listen mostly to what everyone was talking about. So
okay. When you go down to the feast hall, you see. I'm just gonna move the tokens onto the map to show you who you
Okay.
see. You see the woman who was wearing the same dress as Artemisia,
Mhm.
and you see Kieran standing near the door.
Mhm.
That's it.
I don't know if you got my message, but I had disguised myself again to look like Sturge again, obviously.
Okie dokie.
And I head down the stairs, and I just I'm gonna go mingle.
Okay. The guests notice that there's like a commotion going on. So a lot of them, you hear like a lot of gossip and low whispers. Everybody's trying to like figure out what's going on. But in general, like the guards are stopping people from going upstairs.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah. So in the feast hall, all the groups of bards have stopped playing music. A lot of people look really nervous, and you think that a lot of them are like more pushing towards the door as if they're trying to leave, but Kieran is like not letting anybody through.
So, what seems to be the commotion? Sturge asks.
Are you asking somebody in specific, or are you just going to
It's just
say
the
it out
nearest person.
Okay. You're close to one of the groups of bards. They are like packing up their instruments in a hurry, and they say, "Oh, well, we don't know, but upstairs, something must have happened. Like that big crest fell down, and all this magic started happening, and now a peacekeeper just came in. It doesn't bode well. I've been to these noble parties before. I know what happens at these things. Noble people die."
You think there was a death? Oh,
He says, "I mean, if it isn't, then not much of a noble party."
I can see why you're packing up your instruments.
Yeah, I don't really like to get involved with these sort of things.
Sure, of course. Good planning. Good luck. And then I head over to that lady who had the same dress that Artemisia had.
Okay. So, so with your passive investigation,
Yeah.
you do notice that the lady who's wearing the same dress that Artemisia is wearing, she's like one of the only ones who doesn't seem to be like panicking or wanting to leave. In fact, she's just kind of standing there in the corner, just hanging out. I will do this conversation in a moment, but let me get back to the other group and give them some stuff, because while you were there, like in the room, I'm just gonna say that you guys have looked at the body, so I'm gonna give you you take a look at the murder weapon. And the murder weapon is a finely crafted dagger. There's no
It's quite
maker's
finely
mark.
crafted.
It is a beautiful dagger.
I've never seen its like.
That's amazing.
It is the most beautiful dagger anybody has made anywhere. You think whoever crafted this dagger
Such clean lines.
is just a god of creation. But okay, so there's no maker's mark on it for something so remarkably well balanced and sharp. With your passive perception, Rogar, an 18, you also notice that this weapon doesn't seem like it's been used before this. Like the blade seems incredibly, well kept. There are no like nicks on it or anything. The handle seems like remarkably just brand new leather.
Oh, this is a nice dagger. It's brand new though. I don't think it's ever been used. Also,
Curious.
I should note that since my level up, I have a passive perception of 19 actually.
19. Well, good thing, because you get exactly the same details.
Oh, I know. I'm just. There's so much to see on this dagger. Aye.
And none of us are particularly. This is where we need Sturge or possibly Fane. I think Cecilia is going to like open the door, expecting Fane to be standing in the hallway, and find her gone, and maybe regret calling her a chaos gremlin. That may have been too far. But
You hear that, Fane. Somehow your senses are just so good. It carries over the conversation.
Was Caleth? Did Caleth go after her also? Was like the whole detecting evil thing? Did you actually leave, or are you still?
Did you actually try to detect evil?
I really wanted to, but I guess.
If Caleb didn't see you making a motion to cast detect evil, she stayed in the room. But she's like watching you just in case.
Okay. I would go near the passageway and do it in case like there was something fleeing away from the murder.
So the passageway appears to be like a dimly lit, drafty hallway. When you're facing the bookshelf, you could peek inside, and it cuts sharply to the right, and it looks to be descending like downward.
So you see me starting to go, take evil. I'm doing my verbal and semantic. Oh, Charlindlar, let me see the evil. Oh, Charlindlar, let me see the evil. You see me doing that, so that would be your signal probably to exit stage left.
You don't detect any evil. Caleb, you get inspiration from chat. Robert and Emerson gave you inspiration. You don't see any evil. However, with your 19 perception, your passive perception, you do find some bits of paper in the secret passageway. The quality is fine. It must have been quite expensive.
Interesting.
Ooh.
These bits don't seem like they go together like a puzzle.
No, they don't seem like they can be reformed together. They seem like they were parts of something.
Well, the Speak with Dead scroll, that sort of made bits, didn't it, when we cast it? Could these...
It burned up.
Can I do like an Arcana check to see if these were from a scroll that somebody cast?
Yes.
Okay. Did not roll well. But 7.
7. So with a 7, all you can tell is that indeed it looks like it was a magic scroll.
Oh.
And you believe that it was some sort of illusion school spell. But it seems low level. Like it's not like the most powerful scroll you've ever beheld. Yeah. Okay. So, Eric, going back to you, you approach the woman, and...
Ah, my lady, I couldn't help but notice your lovely dress. It looks so well on you.
She shifts her gaze over to meet yours, and she, like, gives you a smile, and she says, "Oh, thank you for that compliment. I also like the guys that you're taking on."
Aha. It's the nose, isn't it? Everyone loves the nose.
She says, "That's an interesting choice for a disguise.
Yes, well,
Did you want to
have-
not stand out with that disguise?"
the secret to hiding is always hiding in plain sight.
She says,
What are you
"Indeed."
hiding from, my lady?
She says, "I'm not hiding from anybody, least
Oh.
of all you." And then she extends her hand as if she expects you to take it.
Do you take her hand?
She says, "My name is Jahasa. Jahasa Len. Pleased to meet you. Sturge."
And I am apparently Crab and Gleer.
I see.
Apparently.
Well, Krabbin, what is it that you wish to speak to me about? I hear that there's a commotion upstairs, and perhaps your time might be spent better chasing other targets.
Perhaps. I always look for the most interesting person I can find, and you are that person.
Thank you. So, if you find me interesting, what about me are you most interested in?
I'm wondering about the dress, actually.
Okay.
That may have seemed like just a very easy way to begin speaking with you, but actually, I'm wondering how it was that you came to the same dress that Lady Tararon was wearing.
She says, "Well, I must admit, I knew that she was going to pick that dress. I like to play a little prank every party I go to, you see. I like to know who's on the guest list, and then I like to figure out who cares the most about their fashion. And then I pay...
Kane's new best friend.
A
paid
woman
her-
after my own heart.
Yeah, she basically tells you she like pays the dressmakers in town to tell you like what, you know, give her the knowledge about what dress that person's going to purchase, and then she also plans to wear it at the party as well.
But
Otherwise, these things
why-
are such a bore."
But why Lady Tararon in specific? Did she make a conquest of a dragon that was sworn to you?
She says, "Well, being a Westgate Irregular, I think you happen to know that your group attracts a lot of attention everywhere you go.
Oh, yes, we are far from subtle.
I've heard rumors about the city and its recent destruction, and I was a little curious how your group would respond to my antagonism. Just a little innocent poke."
I see. Are you pleased with the response?
She did show an impressive display of magic, but I was kind of hoping that she would challenge me a little more directly, I suppose.
You were
Basically,
hoping, or you
she's bored and wants
are
drama.
hoping? Past tense or present tense, my lady? The night is yet young.
I suppose, but there seems like there's more interesting things happening right now.
Perhaps you were right. Do you happen to know anything about what's happening?
With your passive investigation, you managed to talk to her for a while, and you glean out the fact that she seems to know the owner of the manor, Erdwane, and she seems to know all of the nobles here very well.
Okay. Did I notice any holes in her story or anything? Probably not.
No.
Okay. All right. You want to shift to the others and let me consider this another second?
Okay. She does make you an offer. She says, you know, I do know a lot of things about these nobles, and having a Westgate Irregular, having a relationship with the Westgate Irregulars could greatly profit me. So, if you want any help with the situation here tonight, then maybe I might know something more, but you will have to offer me something valuable in exchange.
Well, I do possess a very clever nose, but I suppose you meant something more concrete.
She says, Crab and Gleer possesses a very good nose.
And I possess his nose for the evening.
She shrugs, and she says, well, you can continue to play your little games, but when you have an idea of what you can offer me, come on back. And yeah, let's go over to the other group now. So,
Just FYI, we have a finely crafted dagger that I'm sure is worth a lot of money.
Yes, please put your fingerprints on this dagger if you would.
I mean, I don't know if they fingerprint in the realms, but you know, who knows? So, what do you guys doing?
Well, we have a secret passage behind the bookshelf, right?
Yes.
Aye. And there was a
And-
secret drawer in the desk that we never actually got
There's
into.
something weird about the desk. This is true. We do have a lot of house to cover. Should we split up? Or further? Should we split up further?
In all the chapbooks that I've read, that when they split up, that's when they all get killed. But I mean, I'll split up, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, fiction.
You're
Who
the
cares
smart
about
one,
that?
you
It's
tell
not
me.
real life. Just to be clear, Caleb came back right after
you just like walked out of the room for a minute.
Yeah.
Rogar was done casting Detective Evil.
Okay.
Well, so we could while we're here, we could try to get the desk open. And Artemisia, the wolf has a nose, so that might be useful. That not that she wants to turn into a
Oh.
wolf, but since it's useful, she
Oh,
can
yeah,
bring herself to do that.
Aye, you could sniff along the trail down the secret passage. Oh, do you smell anything on the... Oh, you're not a wolf yet. As I see, you smelled anything on the dagger other than, like,
That's a good idea.
cheer up?
Yeah. So I mean, don't know what the wolf might take into its head to do, but like for the moment, it seems like she could smell around the room, and then if like the trail goes down through the passage, then we could like all go.
Okay, so you turn into a wolf. Give me a perception check with advantage.
Okay.
Because as a wolf, you do have a really good nose. You're a very good girl.
14.
14. Okay. The strongest smell in the room is of blood. The second strongest smell in the room is, well, you know what all the irregulars smell like, so you filtered that out. You do catch the scent of, you catch the scent of like fire, smoke, little bits of like fat and grease, like cooked foods.
Hmm. Part of it might be the mushroom and goat cheese snacks that I snuck into my pocket, but I'm sure that that's not...
So Cecily's gonna use her beast speech and be like, "What do you got?"
So there's you and there's blood. Obviously there's blood. And there's food. Cooked food.
Food?
Cooked, smoke, cooking, food. I think people food.
Not what Caleth brought in, or Rogar's jacket snacks.
It's different. And you get the
Okay.
sense that like when you sniff near the dagger, whatever handled that dagger had also been touching different foods throughout the evening.
The cook killed
Did
him.
it-
Should we go check?
Or a server.
Or a server.
Did your
Seriously, we
was
should
your
do-
invisible like servant person in the room when we left? No, I don't know. It's just that's what the Rogar would say. Oh,
Invisible
your
servant. went
invisible
rogue.
servant did it.
The invisible,
Well-
the invisible servant had his hands full carrying the tray of food.
And Artemisia has to rule out the pocket snacks, though. So Rogar, she's gonna stick her muzzle in your pocket
Oh,
to take
oh,
some, just
okay.
to make sure it's not the same thing.
I'll
And then
give one,
she's gonna be like, no, no, it's different.
and then I'll give one to Roomba so Roomba doesn't get jealous.
Okay. Does that smell go down the corridor, or is that separate?
When you say corridor, you mean
The secret passage.
Yeah, when Artemisia goes to investigate that secret passage, she does smell it go down that secret passage, faintly.
Okay. So, secret passage, possibly kitchen. Should we just go down the secret passage and see where it goes? Maybe it goes to the kitchen.
I mean, Artemisia is inclined to just like go unless somebody
Yeah.
stops her.
Since Erdwane's dead, do you want to just break open the desk really quick before we leave the room and find out whatever's in the drawer?
If Artemisia's taken off.
We
Night
can
Chaser,
we can
and
look
you
for
guys can
like a
break the
hidden
drawer.
catch or anything first.
What an excellent suggestion.
When you look at the desk, both of the drawers that were previously closed have been flung open, but both of them
Oh.
are empty.
Oh, interesting.
But not the secret drawer. I wish
Did I
Rogar had his
say-
hammer, because then it would be very easy to open the desk.
The direct
It was
method.
gonna like
Okay,
search
okay.
for,
I'll summon
hidden
my
mechanism or
axe. Can I
something.
chop it with my axe?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wait. Kayla's just gonna search for a hidden mechanism
it?
before we start chopping up furniture.
Okay.
Roll me an investigation.
Investigation is a 22.
That is
Ooh.
really good. Yeah, so you managed to find that there's actually like a magical trigger. You find something that to your like your wizard background and knowledge, you recognize as a rune. Roll me an Arcana if you want to try to invoke it.
Arcana is gonna be a 25.
Oh.
You are just so
Killing
like,
it.
you just like touch the desk and you're like, yeah, it's this guy's, and then you like touch the rune and it lights up, and sure enough, another like a square shape illuminates on the desk, and a panel pops open, and inside you find a single book.
Hmm.
Be a 3.
Yep, so that book appears to be a journal. It is bound in leather. On the cover of it, it reads Jahasalen. In the bottom right, it says 3 of 3.
Hmm.
Alright, Kayla's gonna open the book, look through it. What's in it?
Inside seems to be a lot of information on Jahasa. It appears to be a list of like dates and times and locations and people that she's talked to. And what is your passive investigation?
15.
As you just kind of like flick the pages, you recognize that a lot of these people seem to have to do, a lot of these people are wealthy. They're either merchants or nobles, and they seem to have something to do with like the arms industry.
Odd stupid question. Who's Jahasalen again?
We
Sorry.
don't know.
Oh, okay.
You
I
don't
just wasn't
know.
sure if you had
Somebody
yet.
knows.
the lady that Fane was talking. I couldn't remember if the name.
It is.
Okay.
It is the lady Thane was talking to, but we don't know that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you could also look at that map and token. Do you not see the names there on the little tokens?
Oh, sorry. When I look at Roll20, I've got all the pop-up windows, so it's like I see the everything.
Okay. Yeah, so you can
But-
look at the tokens, or you can look under your like the little page icon in the upper right, the journal, and then there should be like a little the
Oh,
people
right,
that you've
right,
met.
right.
They'll have an entry there.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. All right.
All
Nice.
right.
The entire thing was covered with pop-up windows. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could feel free to close them. I've been closing them over time. I
just
showed
wasn't
that
sure if it
dagger
would
off way too
affect
long.
what was showing, so I didn't want to mess with anything. But okay.
Okay.
You can shrink them too. Okay. New things every
So-
day. Anyways.
Okay. Okay, so we
But-
have a journal about Jahassalen's business and movements in
And
the
we
scent trail.
we do know somebody who is wanting to deal in weapons, or at least Artemisia does. I forget the rest of you.
But, yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the discount Geralt.
Yeah. Laughlin?
That is. Thank you.
Lothling Stallwyn. Aye.
First name discount. Second name Gerald. Yes.
Do you have this dagger with no maker's mark?
Repeat that.
We do have this dagger with no
That's
maker's
true.
mark.
Used for
Whoa.
the
And it
first time.
says 3 of 3. So there are 3 of these books. Are they all about her? Can we, well, I don't know.
I
Okay,
guess we'll have
so
to find the other books.
we could go down and try to find this person and see if they seem sketchy or have blood on them, or follow the trail, or once again we could split.
Let's see.
Rogar. Oh wait, no, I don't think I have it prepped. Never mind.
You all suddenly feel like you should stick together. You're just
Okay.
so nervous.
You know what?
This
Thank
situation
you.
makes
Thank
you
you
nervous.
for that.
I was gonna say I could send to him because I
I
realized that
also-
Rogar can actually send, but I didn't prep it.
I also kind of figured if we split, then it would end up being that the part of us that goes down to the floor would meet back up with Fane in talking to Jahassa.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
I guess
then
if you want to
that's the
split and meet up with
question.
Fane, I'm cool with that. Just splitting the
But
party
if
in
you want
3
to
is
run
like too
Fane
much for
alone,
me.
that's okay too.
Right.
I mean, I will eventually
Down
come
the
back.
trail.
Rogar just looks to
But will you
Cecilia
have to
because
chase
she's like,
us down a food stinky secret corridor?
Probably.
I mean, Artemisia's going down the corridor sooner or later.
All right.
and Rogar just looks to
Caliph will
Cecilia.
follow.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Caliph will follow Artemisia.
And
It's a secret corridor and it's interesting.
So, Caleb, you also happen to notice that in the drawer, and nobody else has spotted this yet, there is a small pouch. And when you put your hand over it, you feel like that there are some like really powerful bones inside.
Ooh.
This is non-canon, right?
This is non-canon. And one of the viewers bought you bling bling, so you get a little some.
And I still have Revivify, so
You feel in your
Anyways.
heart its reward for solving that bookshelf puzzle so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, you're rolling through everything. Okay, so what does your group want to do?
It
Let's
sounds
get a
like we're all
move
gonna go down
on.
the tunnel.
Okay. So you go through the tunnel and you find that it links up. You feel yourself descending, and eventually you feel like you end up somewhere on like the first floor.
Mhm.
And when you reach the end to the other side, there's a switch there, and you push it, and you see something like tall and rectangular slide to the side. And when you come outside of that entryway, you see just shelves full of books everywhere. It appears that you've ended up in the library.
I'm gonna check Caliph for open flames.
Aye, right.
Went from
Okay.
a murder mystery to an arson investigation in a second.
I enjoy how this reminds me so much of a clue board. with
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like,
Yeah.
we've got the clue board. Where's the lead pipe and the candlestick?
the conservatory. If I look around with Eldritch Sight, does anything stand out?
Yeah, when you turn around, it appears that you see a similar bookshelf to the one that was at the top, but along with the same like 6 like accounting books and then the same 3 bookmarks. There's no other magic that you detect in this room.
Okay. And does Artemisia Wolf still find the trail? We feel following it?
Yes. So as you continue along the trail, you wind around like the shelves. So the shelves are like really tall, like floor to ceiling, packed with books, and they form almost like a little maze-like structure inside of this room. This guy like loved his books. And when you approach like the front of the room, you happen to see 3 people there. You see Lothlane Stalwyn and the 2 individuals who appear to be a couple. And the 3 of them are chatting with each other.
Can we hear what they're talking about as we approach?
Yes. It appears Lothlane is trying to pitch them on his idea. All right, Rhiannon, you remember it's like the same investment pitch.
Gotcha.
And he gave us that pitch too, sort of, but more abbreviated, right? The weapons thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Artemisia got like almost all of it, and then I think you guys came in a little bit later.
Okay. So I feel like we want to follow the trail, but I do kind
The
of...
trail ends at them.
Oh.
All 3 of them smell like food from the party.
Interesting.
Because all 3 of them have been eating food from the party.
Rogar will ruffle Artemisia's between the ears and be, good job.
Oh,
I'm gonna be like, now it might be a good time to turn back into a fancy party lady.
The 3 of them have not noticed the wolf yet.
okay. I was gonna say, like, I think she would, even as a wolf, not want to do it like with people watching her.
I will
but-
provide a little cover by approaching them.
Okay. And
Okay.
then
But
she'll-
I'm assuming you can also duck behind a bookshelf.
Yeah, seems like.
But I will also distract them in case you make noises. Sometimes you make noises.
Okay, so you walk out there. In the meantime, I'm gonna go to Eric, and then I'll come back to you. So, Krabbin, what are you
That's
doing,
me, sort
Krabbin?
of. Well, I'm looking for other interesting people to talk to. Are there other NPCs down here that I can interact with? Or have they gone to the library?
But actually, how you ask it? Are there other NPCs I can talk to?
Yeah, I mean, there's a party full of all the guests are still there. I just pointed out the
None
people
of
who
them
stood
have
out.
The glowing
you-
importance signal.
Can we
Yeah, the
assume?
exclamation mark.
Can we assume some time has passed and I've gone around and kind of mingled to see if there's useful information to be gathered?
Roll me an investigation roll.
Okay. I don't want to eat up all our time with my investigation, so. Looks like I got a 15.
Ooh, very nice. Okay. So you managed to get little bits and pieces from people that you talked to at this party. Most of them seem to really want to gossip with you about one of the people that really stood out to you.
Oh, I
So-
love gossip too. But I have a job to do.
Oh, okay, so you don't listen to any of it. Okay,
No,
so
I
you-
listen to it, but I don't go down rabbit holes. That's what I'm saying.
So a group of nobles are talking about Erdwane, and they are talking about like why they're kind of wondering why Erdwane never asks anyone to dance with him, or why he's never taken like another lover, even though he's very wealthy and he could easily get somebody else if he wanted to. He has been single, as far as they know, for about 2 decades. Another one is talking about Jahasa over in the corner. He keeps like looking at her
Oh,
and like
please spill the tea about Jahasa.
he says, well, I've been to a lot of these noble parties in the area. Like, I I don't want you to get the wrong idea. Like, I'm a big deal. Like, truthfully, I'm really a big deal around these parts, and like everybody wants me at their parties, so I go to all of them.
Yeah, something about Jahasa though.
Yeah, I see her at all the parties, but I never really see her like mingling with anyone. She just seems to like to stand in the corner, you know, aloof and just like watch people. If she weren't so pretty, I would find it creepy.
Yes. Classical psychopath behavior. Yes.
I tried to talk to her once before, and she kind of just like gave me the cold shoulder.
She shut you down. She saw right through you.
Yeah.
Saw the truth of your face. I understand.
Yeah. But I have seen her talking to like Lothlane and Erdwane, and it basically points out like the notable people.
Of course.
And somebody else says Lothlane be broke. He's spending like all his time practicing his harp, at home, just holed up in his country manor. And then he talks more about like Lothlane and how he hopes that Lothlane gets another chance to make money again, but he was never, he's never really nice to him, so who cares? And then somebody else tells you about like the married couple, and they basically tell you that they believe that there's might be a little bit of trouble in paradise.
Oh.
And then the last one describes who you believe to be Bernashaw, and he says, yeah, that person is just a lusty chaos gremlin.
Lusty Chaos Gremlin is Lusty Chaos Gremlin. Got it. I'm taking notes. Right on your map, buddy.
I don't see them.
Ooh, right there.
Oh, nice. Great. I mean, yeah. Share the note space. Great.
Although now it's cut off partly.
I don't even know how you
Cut
do
off
that.
partly. There we go. Bum 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 bum.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, on the drawing option, it gives you a text option. I'll put it over here.
Okay, so what else would you like to do?
Oh, well, I think I've learned a great deal. I'm going to head back up and help Cecilia a little more.
When you go upstairs, you don't see any of the irregulars anymore. However, as you walk up, just like, time thing, as you walk up though, you do see Bernashaw, and he seems to be walking out of the large room over from the eastern side of the second floor.
Does he see me?
No. He seems to have some rouge marks on his face.
Disguise self, make myself look like Jahasa.
Nice.
Interesting.
Okay.
Huh. Barashaw said, just the person I was looking for.
He looks at you as Jahasa, and for the first time, he looks like he's bulked, and he stands up a little straighter, and he cleans himself off, rubs the red from his face, and he says, Jahasa.
Oh, I see that you've already been occupied.
Says, yeah, just having some fun with some of the servants.
I suppose your energy is depleted.
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean,
What a
I heard some
shame.
noise out here. That's why I stopped early.
Oh,
Something happened.
what sort of noise?
It sounded like a lot of people yelling, maybe like a ghostly voice.
Ghostly voice.
Oh.
That is quite a mood killer. A corpse shouting Jira Jira.
Didn't stay you, though, did it?
I had as much fun as I could, but even I have my limits.
Yes, and apparently you lack standards. I'm so disappointed in you, Barishaw. The servants. You could be doing so much better for yourself.
He says, well, are you suggesting something?
Well, I was thinking about it, but then I hear that you've been dallying with the servants, and I'm just, my stomach is turned.
Inspiration for you from Fane, or inspiration for you, Fane, from
Ha-ha!
Hostile Eldritch.
I'm winning you over.
So he says, well, I really don't want you to be upset with me.
Well, in that case, you better give me some interesting information then. You know that I love information.
He says, wait, but what would I possibly know that you already don't know?
I don't know, but you have 10 seconds.
I mean, I already told you everything that I knew the last time we met.
8 seconds.
You already paid me. Well,
5 seconds.
I'm not like a Cormyrean spy master like you are. I can't just pull information out of my butt.
1 second left before I just walk away.
He sort of
and
winces.
miss your opportunity.
You see him like wince when you count to 1.
No? You should probably keep the spy master thing on the down low from one professional to another.
He puts his hands over his mouth and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, being subtle has never been my best trait.
Yes. I have had trouble identifying what your best trait is, but yeah, I do know it's not being subtle.
I mean, he like looks down and then he like sort of gives like this shrug and a grin.
Oh, that's cute. Anyway, I'll see you later. Oh, do compliment my dress next time you see me.
He nods and he says, I will.
Perfect. Now, I just have to go about some business in this room that you might have heard the ghostly whispers from. Do make sure nobody comes in here. Thank you.
He says, wait, what was the commotion?
Affairs of state, Barishaw. Affairs of state.
He nods, and he says, well, you may not want to go into this room. Give me like 5 minutes to clean up. There's still some of the servants inside.
I'm going into the office.
Okay.
You in the office?
No, he like points behind him, and he says, no, I was in the guest bedroom.
Oh, perfect. I might have to murder you if you were in the office. So convenient. Perhaps you should go back in the guest bedroom just for the time being, just to be safe.
He nods and he says, that's a wonderful idea, and he heads back in.
Excellent.
Okay.
I lock the door behind him.
Okay.
I mean, I am proficient in thieves' tools. So.
Yeah. How good are you with those thieves' tools? Because like to lock a door that has a lock on the inside from the outside, you could do it if you're real good.
Doesn't it just make him go, oops, I locked the door, and then unlock it?
If he has the key.
Oh, it's not kind of.
No, if it locks from the inside, you just.
But a lot of those old locks do have a key that you need to lock from both ways.
Okay, DM, what kind of lock is it?
Is it
We'll just
or dexterity?
you can use either,
Okay.
depending on which method you choose to use.
I mean, they're kind of the same for me, so.
I thought of it as like a lock on one side, but really like just shoot your shot and then let's go.
Okay, so my it doesn't seem to just easily click on a tool roll, so I'm gonna roll it manually.
Okay.
I'm
After
sure
this,
there
I'm going to go back
I'm
to
sure
the other
there
group.
is some way to do it through D&D Beyond. Oh, I got a 22.
Very nice.
Okay, well, great. You pull out the tools and you like deftly not only do you lock the lock, but you jam it.
Yep.
Okay. And so that room is now that door's stuck. Okay. So what do you do now? You head over towards the office?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You can go back to the others.
Okay. You head to the office. You still see the body there, like lying down with there's no dagger in it now. But yeah, you see the passage in the back. And you decide to follow it because you can figure out that that's where the rest of the group went.
I do want to do an investigation check on the body to see if I pick up any other clues that no one else got.
Okay.
I only got a 9, so I probably didn't see anything.
You still have an inspiration from Hostile Eldritch.
Oh, that's true. I will spend that. Yeah. Thank you, Hostile Eldritch. Oh, 26.
That's a difference.
Rolls
Yeah.
a 2, then rolls a 19. Yeah.
Quite nice. So yeah, when you look at the desk and you look at the drawers, it looks like those drawers were pulled out with like a lot of force, and they look sort of like a little like desperately opened, like somebody went through it quickly.
Okay. Oh, I didn't get the chance to rob this room, but that's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah. Also, when you look at the body and you look at the stab marks a little closely, you get a sense that like this was not calculated stabbing. Like there were some calculated stabs to the heart, of course, but there were like extra stabs that weren't fatal, but just for the heck of it.
Crime and passion.
So, okay, going back to the other group, what are you all up to?
So Artemisia was going to turn back into a person, and
Okay.
As she did that, Cecilia was going to approach Laughlin and his new friends, and anybody who wants to come with her can totally do that. What was I going to say to them?
Rogar will give you a guidance on, because we'll just kind of. touch
That's
your elbow as
probably
we walk.
useful. That's a +4. So
Yeah,
Okay.
die. Yeah, 1 die 4 on your ability.
That's what. Sorry, that is what I meant, and not at all what I said. Unless you
No,
want to
that's
change it, DM. You want to make it just a +4? That would be. Yeah, you can do that.
I mean, let's follow the rules where we can, right?
All right. Okay. So, and the notes in the notebook are about mentioned weapons smuggling, right? Okay.
Yep.
So first, I'll just go up and I'll say, "Oh, are you all in here too? It's nice to see you again, Lord Stadlin. I can't be sorry. I mean,
Stalwin.
Stalwin, Lord Stalwin. Who are your friends?
He says, how rude of me. It is my pleasure to introduce to you, Erdwane Mistfall. And the guy bows slightly to you. And Adariel Mistfall. And then the lady who appears to be half-elf nods at you.
Oh, I'm charmed to make your acquaintance. I'm Cecilia Dobiskaya. Is anybody with me here? Did you guys come?
Yeah, Artemisia will be,
And you may know my
Hi.
sister, Artemisia
yeah.
Terrorun, and Rogar Battlebear, and
Yeah.
Here's Caliph Amicure, just
Caliph
recently returned to
is-
Westgate.
Caliph is looking at the book. She's not paying too much attention.
She's over there because
Right.
she's thinking the big thoughts.
And Rogar had hung back just to straighten up Artemisia after she transformed, make sure she wasn't all musked.
So what are we talking about? Do they seem like happy with the conversation? The Mistfalls?
They seem bored.
Gotcha.
She feels you.
In fact, like the Mistfalls, they look like they really are happy that you've arrived because they were just so bored by like the conversation they were having with Laughlin.
So
when you
how do you know our gracious host? Just go ahead and change the topic.
So Adariel says, well, I am one of the marshals of one of the larger standing mercenary companies in the Westgate area. So naturally, I happen to have both business dealings with Erdwane and Lothlane over here. So you can see that she's wearing like a cavalry jacket, and there's like various like chevrons on her, medals and chevrons on her chest. This is in contrast to her husband, who appears to be wearing just a really nice, expensive suit.
Gotcha. This is our first time visiting Lord. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting names. Shalesar, Lord Shalesar, and we've met so many interesting people today. We chatted with Barashaw Sen briefly. That was interesting. Do they have any clickers here?
Yeah. So actually, with your passive insight, I had to just look it up. You have a 16 passive insight. When you ask about Lord Shalesar, Eldwane actually, you see him tense up for a moment.
Interesting. Okay.
Rhiannon. So right before you are about to turn back from a wolf into a person, you find a hidden, delicious, mostly whole turkey leg that somebody just carelessly dropped. Because somebody bought you bling bling.
That is wolf bling.
Yeah, so as she's talking to people, she's sort of just getting the last of it off her mouth.
You step out of the shadows, all beautiful and mysterious, just nibbling on a turkey leg. Hello. Are we having a conversation here?
Artemisia the person would not be eating it, but Artemisia the wolf would have been and so then Artemisia the person is still got turkey on my mouth.
These are the noises that we're talking over. So,
and that's why Rogar stayed behind.
Anyways.
He's like, oh, you're not alone.
what's it like working for Lord Shalesar? I only assume we are an adventuring company after all, that's why we were invited, but perhaps he has some business for us, but we haven't had a chance to talk yet. We are aware his next appointment, but I guess something came up. Does he do anything else?
He looks uncomfortable, but he replies to you and he says, neither I nor Dario work for Lord Shalesar. We just happen to be close acquaintances.
Oh, my apologies. I thought he brokered your wife's services previously.
Well, yes, but we don't always work for him. She's powerful enough to choose who she wishes to take jobs for.
That's living the dream, isn't it?
Yes.
So then I will go through the list of people we've met and say the thing about Barashaw Sen. And I will also say, add in, we talked to, Jahasa Len, and also watch their faces for any kind of curious reactions.
Interesting.
Yeah, we have not talked to her at all.
When you mention Barashaw, both of them roll their eyes. I mean, everybody rolls their eyes and they say, yeah,
right.
He's young, He's going through his rambunctious years.
Sowing his wild oats, as they say.
Yes.
In Rashomon.
As you say that, you catch Adariel give Erdwane a look, and when you mention Jahasa, I gotta look at my notes real quick.
She looks at him when I say sowing his wild oats?
Yes.
Ooh.
She looks at Erdwane. She her eyes flicker towards him. Yeah, when you mentioned Jahasa, Adariel looks, she stiffens up.
Okay. I'm going to say, and of course the hors d'oeuvres have been just magnificent. Don't you think that the spread here is fantastic? And then roll right into turning to Lord Stallwyn and be like, have you found anybody interested in any more people interested in your business venture?
Stallwyn nods at the couple and he says, hopefully. And Adariel shakes her head and she says, I'm sorry, Lothlane. We are not interested at this time. We can only take money up front. We don't invest, and we don't take money later for our services.
So it's an awkward moment. I'm just gonna let it hang for a second.
So Lothlane looks like awkward, and he looks disappointed, and then he toys around with this ring on his finger while he's thinking.
Does his ring look significant at all? Just out of curiosity.
Roll
since you
me
mentioned it.
a perception.
Seven.
It looks expensive.
Fancy.
So then he looks over at you, Cecilia, and he says, I heard a commotion outside. What's happened?
I'm not really sure. I saw, maybe something with the servants or something. I'm not sure exactly what happened. We were, waiting for Lord Shalesar to talk to us, and seems like maybe there's something upstairs. We came in to, look at the books. Very interesting books. Have you talked to Jahas Elen? She
No.
had some things to, she just, she seemed to well, she was chatting with my sister about her dress, and, she mentioned something about
Jahasa
arms.
talked to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she must think very highly of you. I mean,
Shoot.
she doesn't talk to just anybody.
Interesting.
And then Lothlane kind of like stares at you intently. He says, did she ask you for anything?
I don't think so, but I was called away in the middle, but we were hoping to go find her. Do you know, is she out on the dance floor?
Yeah, usually she hangs out in the main area and just enjoys her drinks and her little games.
I am absolutely monopolizing this. If anybody else wants to jump in, you are free to.
No.
I'm also just kind of spinning my wheels a little bit.
I think it's also about time to take a short break, but let's finish this.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, Artemisia might just say, oh yes, her games. Do you know what one she's running currently?
Who are you saying that to?
Lothlane.
He looks at you and he says, well, any number of things. And he looks at your dress and he says, she does like to do this little thing where she wears the same dress as somebody else that she's attending. I'm sorry that you were the victim of her cruel prank.
I do have one question before we go to break.
Me too.
You go first.
Okay, well, Rogar was going to do two things. One, he was going to ask, he was going to say, by the way, did you notice anyone coming through the library or in the library just a few minutes before you arrived or while you were here? Anyone else passing through the library?
All three of them look at each other and they say, no, it's just been us here in the library.
Oh, interesting.
If I look at the three of these people with Eldritch Sight, do I notice anything magical on them? And maybe same question
yes.
for True Sight if it's still on.
It's still on.
You don't notice anything with True Sight. With your Eldritch Sight, you notice that each of them has magical trinkets on them. Lothlane's ring glows in your vision. Adariel seems to be there seems to be something around her neck that's inside of her shirt. And then Erdwane seems to be he seems like he has something in his pocket.
Hmm.
It's a round shape.
Okay.
And then, as a final thing, Rogar, he's just looking at Lothlane, and Lothlane looks just so beaten down and sad. Like when they say, "Nope, sorry, we're not going to take your deal," he just looks so sad. So
Does.
Rogar is going to, even though it's just momentarily, he's going to cast Beacon of Hope. He'll cast it. He'll cast it on Artemisia and Cecilia and Lothlane, and
Remind me what it does.
Yeah.
it bestows hope and vitality is the general description. Specifically, it gives each target an advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws.
Ooh.
And then whenever, if you cast healing on them, they always get the maximum amount of healing from the spell or whatever, or
So
potion.
we now feel.
Is it concentration?
Hope it is
Love
concentration, so it only lasts a minute, but I just wanted to. Rogar's just looking at him as he's talking. He's just like, oh, so he just wants to give him like a boost of hope and vitality, and he puts his hand on Lothlane's arm and he says, "Don't worry, lad. It's all going to be fine. I'm sure you're going to find a way through this dark time, just as everyone in the city is doing right now. With dark times comes opportunity. There's so many opportunities. So do not lose hope, my friend."
He
And,
says, I won't. If there's one good thing about me, it's that I'm tenacious and resourceful. So I don't take their rejections to heart. I will continue on.
Good. And of course, I'm sure you didn't take Erdwane's rejections to heart neither.
Rejections?
Oh, I thought surely if you were asking around for help in funding your business, that that perhaps you had asked him and he had not been able to fund it. But
I haven't had a chance to speak with him yet tonight.
Oh.
I mean, do you think he's free now?
No,
He's
he was
very
busy.
free.
He was very busy.
Yeah, he's very occupied at the moment.
Full fill up. I wanted to say that with your spell that the hope spell, I rolled and I said if it was high, you made Cecilia cry. Cecilia teared up at your beautiful speech.
Oh,
Because you filled her up with hope. So, okay. Anyway.
And is that the moment that Fane walks in and looks at you and is like, whoa, what's happening here? Why is Cecilia crying? Why does Artemisia have like bits of turkey coming off her lips?
Yeah.
But I need to take a new guise. Okay. I'm gonna disguise self as Sarshan. Let's do this.
Okay, all right.
All right, I take it back. She's a chaos gremlin.
Yes. All right, we will
Whatever kindness was in Cecilia is done. Anyway.
we're going to take a break now. We will be back in 10 minutes. Oh, and we're back.
And we're back.
I'm looking at shirtless pictures of Chuck Norris. Context.
Wow.
I go get
Emily-
water.
Context
Black
is
Randy is
unnecessary,
the
really.
thirsty one.
Anyway.
Don't worry,
Gracious.
Thane did not take Sarshan's form. That is too narratively complicated right now, so we're not going to do that. Instead, does she still look like Jahasa, or would she have turned back into Sturge? Let's see. Make a wisdom check. High would be turned back into Sturge.
To be
Okay.
clear, like I was ready to roll with it, but because this is non-canonical, so
Yeah,
it's
no,
not cruel, it's just jerky.
it wouldn't really make sense. Anyway, she turned back into Sturge.
What are you using for this?
Disguise self.
So you do realize that okay.
That it's just an illusion spell. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it actually changes what you look like. It just changes like what you're wearing and stuff like that, and it makes you yourself like taller or shorter, like as Fane, right? Or is that?
No.
I don't know. Maybe I'm like going crazy right now. But anyways, who cares? All right. So you look like who?
Sturge.
Okay.
Yeah, you make yourself, including your clothes, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends.
Oh, okay. It is you also. Okay, great.
There's a vote for Sturge, but in Jahasa's dress.
Okay, we'll do Sturge in Jahasa's dress. Thanks.
Which is also
Thanks for
Artemisia's
that, Robert.
dress.
Everybody's wearing
gonna-
that dress now.
Oh, I wish. Let's see. I don't think thaumaturgy. No, I can't think
It's
of a
a-
spell.
It's a
Rogue
good
Eye.
dress. It's a good dress.
It was Cecilia who
Caleb has
fixed it
disguise
before, but
self.
I figured Cecilia has had better things to do with her.
Oh,
spell.
no, see, that's not a concentration spell. That's just on for the next 8 hours.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
However, I
Oh,
don't
so
think
Caleb-
I can change it.
Caleb
least
has
yours is a
disguise
different
self. Can she
color.
join the party?
Yeah. Okay. So, it is at that moment that you see what emerge from the back Fane.
Sturge in Jahasa / Artemisia's dress.
Okay. Yeah, so your group sees Sturge come out, in the dress.
Oh, hello.
The 3 NPCs there, they all look at Sturge, and then they all look at Artemisia.
Artemisia actually, like, I hate to say it, but she looks like she wants to die a little bit. She's got that sort of like very like closed lip sort of like look on her face. She's like, she doesn't know what to say. She's just gonna stand here frozen.
Is
So
she
we're-
mad?
General Cecilia does not approve of chaos gremlinness, but at the same time, it's a little bit funny. But also, she's gonna lean in and be like, "You're definitely wearing it better."
I may have forgotten what I came to the party wearing. But honestly, Artemisia, I just wanted to, Oh, I see we have company. Hello.
The 3 NPCs, each of them like nods or waves at you in turn, and Laughlin says, "Hi, that is an expensive-looking dress that you're wearing.
Isn't
You
it,
happen to be wealthy?
Doesn't it look very expensive? I think it does.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you should tell Sturge all about your business venture.
Yeah.
it depends
It's-
upon how you look at it. I have a certain amount of liquidity, but mostly it's investment.
And it's all about the shoes too. Like, what shoes are you wearing?
Oh, of course.
You're an
Ugh, okay.
investor."
So wait, so Cecilia does
Yes.
realize something here, which is that she really wants to know, in particular, what is hanging out in Erdwane's pocket, and we don't have actual Sturge, so she's going to grab Fane and just be like, one moment, and pull around the corner and be like, "Okay, do you want to be helpful?"
I do.
That man in there, not the one who wants to talk to you, the one who
Oh.
looks like he wants to run away screaming,
Yeah.
has something in his pocket, and I'm very curious about what it is.
Uh-huh.
But I don't dare try to pull it out because I'm a little clumsy. But if you can stand there and listen to that guy's speech and also get that thing out of the guy's pocket, because he seems very sketchy, that would be helpful.
Well, I can certainly see what I can do.
Rogar will give you a bit of guidance.
Okay.
We come
Well-
back around and be like, "Okay, sorry, just some quick adventuring party business."
Yes, I would be happy to talk to you about my investments. Is the dress distracting you, perhaps?
Laughlin shakes his head and he says, "I do not judge others by what they choose to wear, but rather by the actions that they choose to take. And I
A
really
fine
love
attitude.
that you are taking your wealth and investing it. Can we talk more
Indeed.
about that?"
Yes, although I think everyone should be part of the conversation.
Yes, let's really quite discuss what the Westgate Irregulars portfolio looks like.
Indeed.
As
We
I
have
said
investment
before,
properties.
we are looking for investment into real estate. And I'm going to turn to the Mist Falls and be like, are you folks interested in Westgate real estate? Things are very hopping since the unfortunate business before.
The crisis.
Dariel frowns and she says, "Have you seen the state of Westgate real estate lately? There was an earthquake, and then some attacks."
An
See,
excellent
this
time
is
to
when
invest.
Exactly. You buy in now.
And then
You
Buy
build
low,
up.
sell high before it gets knocked
We
down to
bring
low.
the city we love back to its glory days. Is Fane
Exactly.
picking this guy's pocket?
Am I close enough to him to pick his pocket?
I mean, you are, but I mean, you just tell me that you do
Yeah,
that.
I move closer to him.
Give
I'm
me a
like,
stealth
yes,
roll.
Invest low, sell high before it goes down to low again.
See, we have lots of interested buyers who want to, and blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Okay, so it sounds like Cecilia is trying to distract people while you're doing this. You can give me a stealth roll, a normal stealth roll, and then give me a sleight of hand with advantage.
Cool.
You also have Rogar's guidance.
Oh boy. I got a 25.
Okay, very
That
nice.
seems.
26 with
Awesome.
the
Cecilia, Cecilia didn't say this, but you don't need to take that if you can tell what it is. You can just put it back in.
It's too late, Cecilia. It's
All
too
right.
late. It's already in your pocket.
Oh, goody.
You do have pockets, right? You're very sensible. I respect that about you.
Where else am I supposed to keep my sandwiches? Of course
Exactly.
I have pockets.
So you reach your hand in, and as you're talking, and with much gusto, and you come out with like this little stone in your hand, and on one half of it, it looks to have like a face carved out of it.
Hmm.
Okay, and this is in my pocket now? Can
Yeah, I pass it over to Cecilia.
Can Cecilia make an Arcana check to know what it is? Because Aaron knows
Yeah.
what it is. Come on, Cecilia.
Wow, you know what? Oh, great!
Cecilia!
All I had to say was a face and a rock. Great,
It was
wonderful.
perfect. It was perfect. Come
What
on,
is it?
Cecilia. What do we
Okay.
got? 19.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, you definitely know.
It's a sending stone, right?
It is a sending stone, indeed.
It's a magical cell phone
It is a magical cell phone.
with a very limited battery.
It's
Yes.
a magical Twitter stone. Yes.
It's like a magical set of tin cans with a string attached between.
But
'Cause it
the
only-
string is as long as it needs to be.
Yes, infinite string.
Okay, so there's another one of these somewhere, is what I know.
maybe
And
Fane can disguise to match his voice, and then like speak into it, and then whoever speaks back will know.
and the question is it? So remind me, are these only one charge a day? Do I know that?
I mean, with that roll, you would definitely know. But the question is, do I know that? It is once a day.
I was under the impression they only have one charge a day. Okay.
Recharges
So
at
we-
dawn.
Okay. So we can see if he's used it, but presumably we can't find the other one. And if he hasn't used it, I don't know that we can figure out. I mean, it won't tell us he's like coordinating a murder, but it might tell us who his side piece is.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Also, maybe if we're standing on the balcony and watching everybody at the party when we use it, if we see someone kind of pick up a stone.
As long as you're here, I'm going to compliment Lord Stalwyn's ring.
He looks at you, and then he looks at it, and he's like been playing with it, and then he says, "Oh, well, why, thank you." And then he puts his like hand in his
my
pocket.
father made magic items, so I can appreciate good handiwork.
He says, well, I only try to buy the finest for myself. So I'm glad that you're here to verify that it is indeed a good ring.
Is it a local craftsman? Can I see?
He says, "Why are you taking so much interest in my ring?"
I mean, nothing in particular. Why just like, the family business is not my business, but it's still, I have a fondness for it. You don't have to show me. It's all right.
You should have heard her when I brought Artemisia is gonna like pretend that Lilton's ring is something that she actually really wants to be wearing.
Now see this one,
when I got
very...
this, she wouldn't shut up for forever, like wanting to look at it and like figure out how it worked, and so
I just want to make
it's
sure
an
my
interest
sister
of
has
hers.
the best.
He says, "Well, perhaps I will show it to you later. I feel like you're taking a really odd interest in my jewelry, and I feel like a little uncomfortable at this moment."
Don't let me make you uncomfortable. It is an idle curiosity, nothing more. I think perhaps, maybe if we're done talking investments, maybe we should move along and refresh ourselves while we're waiting for news of what's going on.
Well, all right, but if you change your mind and you wish to talk more investments, especially you, Sturge.
Of course. I always am interested, but right now I am so parched.
I will probably be somewhere in the feast hall.
Excellent.
What has Caliph been doing in the library this whole time?
Did you find book 2 of 2? 2 of 3? Sorry.
She's been looking for other books for the other journals.
You don't find any of the other journals here.
Okay.
So with your intelligence, you would know. So like it felt like that one that you found was hidden pretty well. So there's no way he would just keep them, on the shelves. And you don't find any special things about the shelves.
Oh, so no other hidden mechanisms or anything like that.
You do find a lot of books about necromancy and tales of wizards and elves and Elminster and Farida and Havilar and Kaelin Shadowbane and
Let's focus.
Who all these other people are, but the necromancy.
Those are excellent books from all I've heard.
Thank you.
Like she knows some of those people personally. And she's all, who cares? Necromancy is the
She's
thing.
like, I know him. He's just normal.
He's just a dude. He's annoyingly enthusiastic about doing good.
So if we go out of the library, this green room, is there a clear entrance into that?
Yes. So it's a room with like a set of like saloon doors, like the swing type doors. And when you peek past it, it seems to be the kitchen.
Okay.
I mean, they did smell like cooked stuff. That was the trail.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the smell here is a lot stronger and there's a lot more variety than what you picked up.
Is there a hidden passage somewhere?
Roll
Any
me an
magic?
investigation, or you want to use a spell, or like how do you want to search for it?
I don't think Caliph has a spell for it, so she's just gonna do investigation.
Is this while you're off on your own, or is this when we're all together? Sorry.
No, she's joined back once everyone with
Because
everyone.
Rogar still has the true seeing, which it shows.
You don't see anything.
Okay.
I think we should find somewhere to reconnoiter and like share information, things like that, and also test this sending stone thing.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we could do it in the kitchen, because
Is there anybody in the kitchen?
There are some chefs and some
okay.
helpers.
we probably shouldn't then.
They're still busy cooking away.
They're not really paying us any attention, right? We could just like cuddle in a corner.
Like, excuse us for a moment. We're gonna stand by your stove.
We're just cold. We need to warm up a little.
Artemisia the wolf, like, or Artemisia turns into a wolf and then starts like stealing food. They would notice that though.
yeah. I think so.
Okay, if I take the sending stone out,
Okay.
can I try and
You should,
activate it?
you should
Yeah.
say
Oh,
this
this is
is-
true. Wait.
you should say this is Erdwane.
Ooh. Okay, Fane, can you do that guy's voice?
Of course it can.
Here, let's see if it works first. So if I activate it, does it turn on?
It does.
Oh, interesting. All right. We don't have any idea. We got 25 words. And I didn't think about this beforehand.
If you want to think about it real quick, is there anything else that other people wish to, do or share?
Well,
Who's it?
so Artemisia wants to bring up the topic of Jahasa because, like, we didn't quite know who she was, but she's definitely the woman who was wearing the same dress as Artemisia. Artemisia is going to start talking about that, and if Fane will share what Fane knows about Jahasa.
Right, that clever spy.
A spy.
Oh yeah, she's a Cormyrean spy master apparently. Maybe a war wizard. She saw right through my disguise, so she knows who I am. Or at least she knows that I'm not Sturge.
So this woman in the dress is Jahasa Len, who goes
Correct.
with this journal.
Yes. I really like the dress though, don't you?
What does it mean that she's a master
Oh,
of Cormyrean
Artemisia,
spies?
apparently she wore the dress specifically to spite you. You specifically.
Well, that's very extra.
I know, right?
Oh, I do not
I
like
thought I escaped this sort of thing when I no longer had to go to parties with my stepmother.
that.
No, see, you escaped it by looking better in the dress.
With your help. I appreciate that.
I just changed color.
It was a team effort. You look amazing in that dress, Artemisia.
Why are you wearing it?
I temporarily took the form of Jahasa in order to learn more from that Barishaw lusty chaos gremlin upstairs. I locked him in the room with the servants. Hopefully that's a good thing for all of them. I didn't really think about it at the time. Oh, he's on her payroll. I'm not sure why. Since he seems to be a terrible, terrible asset.
I wonder though if he knows some things about maybe who Erdwane Mistfall is stepping out with.
Well, he is a captive audience, and you are very intimidating when you want to be, Cecilia.
So he's a Cormyrean spy and she's his master?
Oh, he's a rast boy, shall we say?
Okay.
A Stilaren
Uh,
lad.
Yeah, you remember that he's a Westgate noble.
Yeah, he's a Westar noble. He's nothing. Like, she turned him as an asset. There's probably she has blackmail on him. It's not important. She's the dangerous
in a city
one.
that was a little less, all for yourself, we might say he was a traitor, but what even is that here?
Cormyr is technically the stated enemy of Westgate, so who knows what interest they might have in the city. If you want to interrogate him, though, I would love to show you where I kept him captive.
Oh, like tickle him?
I'm
he
sure
talks.
Cecilia can think up some excellent torments that aren't
goodness.
tickling.
So speaking of Cecilia, do you have your 25 words?
Okay, wait. 1,
Ooh,
2, 3,
ooh,
4, 5,
do we-
6.
Do we think that this sending stone connects to the folk who are attempting to kill the noble lord, or allies, or what?
I think we've got 2 possibilities.
Mhm.
Ooh, now it's my turn to be like, are you sure? I wish to hear the 2 possibilities.
Well, I see 2 big questions that
Right.
might be answered by the sending stone, I guess. That either this is how he's talking to his side piece, or if he's the one who did the murder, this is how he's communicating with the conspirator. Or he just has this, fancy cell phone. Wait,
Anyway,
1, 2,
I
3, 4,
suggest
5, 6, 7,
Jahasa
8,
as
9,
the
10, 11.
logical scapegoat for this murder. Mostly because I think it's very likely that she had a hand in it.
What is a scapegoat?
Okay.
I know kinds of goats because I'm a dwarf, but I've
Alright.
never heard of a scape.
So
have
it's
17
a goat.
words.
It's a
17.
goat
Great.
that runs across landscapes.
Anybody give me some added? If we say things have taken an unexpected turn, do you have any updates for me? Has the timeline changed? I feel like that sounds sort of like somebody who might be into something, but also like somebody's trying to be a little coded with their secret partner.
Who
Where
is the agent?
So
or where can we meet?
Where can we meet?
Where can we meet?
when you activate this, you realize, because of the magic of the Sending Stone, that it doesn't seem to be on somebody,
Oh,
the matching pair.
interesting.
Hmm.
Well, let's mess up this dude's day anyway, I guess. Well, I activate it and I ask that, and I'm assuming it's not going to respond right away.
The magic does not activate because there is no person holding the other side.
Oh, he doesn't have the message service add-on spell.
Hmm. He
Okay.
doesn't have an unseen secretary enabled.
I've never used these in a game. I only wrote them into novels, so I was a little wibbly wobbly with them.
All right.
But
Yeah.
Wait,
anyway,
so
so
before
it's
you
called-
activate it, can Kayla just like run back to the office real quick just to see if like there's a stone around there?
Ooh.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be
Why
a
not?
whole scene. Just be like, I'll just say like, she
That
went back
should
there.
have shown up when I looked around with Eldritch's sight, though.
Oh,
So maybe it's in another room,
It could have been
Or-
hidden behind a
or maybe
mundane
you should introduce
sheet.
us to Jahas Alen, and we should see if she's got anything in her pockets.
Yeah,
Oh, she wouldn't
I
have it in her
also,
pockets. Dang it!
I also just
I would-
want to point out, not to divine hand anything, but like there are 3 rooms that you haven't been in at all.
Okay,
So-
okay.
Who knows?
Alright, alright.
It's a burner stone. I'm
It is a
sorry.
burner stone, yes.
Burner stone.
There's like some
Okay.
dude in an alleyway in Westgate,
Well-
like, yeah.
Let's go to the mint green room while we're down here. And then you, I assume, Vane, have told us all the things Jahas Alen said, and we can discuss whether giving her the notebook is the kind of thing that would make her talk or just make us.
Well, I didn't exactly
accessories to
share
treachery.
everything she said. There was a great deal of flirting as well.
Okay, but all the important stuff, are you going to hold
I
stuff
think so.
back?
No, I don't
Okay.
intend to.
I mean, we can only take you at your word.
Look, I'm trying to be helpful, but this is kind of new for me, so I'm doing my best.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me help, though. It's so nice of you.
Don't make me regret it.
I will do my best not to make you regret it.
So your group walks across the feast hall and heads into the light green room. When you get inside, it's a very cozy room. There are a large number of fine leather armchairs around, a couple of day beds, and there are some tables with like flagons of wine, and there's a nice large fireplace. Lounging in one of the chairs is Peacekeeper Malara. She seems to be reading a book, deeply engrossed in it. But she hears you enter, and she so Rogar, with your passive insight, you catch that she's like embarrassed for a moment, and then she like quickly snaps shut the book, puts it into her, tucks it into like a pouch in her belt, and then stands up and then rushes over to your group, and she says, "Okay, well, great. Did you get everything? Are we done?"
We're still looking for the suspect, but we haven't been upstairs. Have you already searched this room?
Yeah, I searched it. Yeah,
Hmm,
found some
Go
good
on.
stuff.
Yeah. Can
Is
we
it
search
your
it?
intention to deputize us and have us do all the work?
Yeah, you're the smart one. Yeah.
So Rogar will try to think, what would Cecilia do? And then he'll step aside while she's engaging, and he'll step aside with Fane and say, she has a book and she seemed kind of embarrassed to be reading it, and that other book had her name on it. Is that something that you can take? Like you took the
Wait,
speaking stone?
Other book had her name in
No.
Different person.
Oh no, that's right. Sorry.
Rogar, are you suggesting that I commit some pilfery?
If it's.
I'm so proud of you. Right away.
I mean, I like to encourage people to like live their best life. So
So, and I go and drape myself dramatically over the chair she was sitting in, like Sturge would do.
Okay.
What were you reading? I look through the books.
Just just a book on police regulations. It's really boring.
Did I get my hands on it, or is she still holding it?
Oh, she put it in her pouch.
you put it in her pouch. That's why I suggested
pouch.
maybe you could.
I see. What else is on the table?
There is a flagon of wine, and there is a cup, and it appears to be half full.
Okay, I sniff at the flagon of wine.
It smells like a fine vintage.
Aha, partaking on the job, are we?
She shrugs. She says, yeah, you know, I gotta take the perks where I can get them. It's a tough job.
Of course. I mean, who am I to question corruption on the job?
You know, I see a lot of death, like day in, day out. I got a lot of emotional baggage.
Emotional baggage. You should unburden yourself. Sturge will dramatically stand up and offer her the chair again. Please, let us converse.
She gives you like a skeptical look, and she's like, you know, I unburden my baggage, but I do not unburden it to you. I have a husband at home who listens to all my shit all day. I love him. He loves me. He tells me his shit. I tell him my shit. That's how that works.
Caleb
Got
wants
her.
to do detect thought.
Okay.
Oh.
Truly, one person can
On the Peacekeeper?
handle
On the piece-
all
okay.
of your mental and psychological and emotional needs and physical needs, all one person.
Also,
Truly, this is a great thing.
She fails the same throw.
Romantic thing.
And
Yeah,
maybe
I'm just
partially, but-
distracting her so that you could do the detect thoughts thing.
Yeah. So you reach your magic into her mind, and you begin to pick up her thoughts. She's like, oh Lord, don't let them look in my pouch. Oh Lord, don't let them see the book. Oh God, this is going to be so embarrassing.
Oh, it's going to be a smutty chapter.
That's going to be a chapbook
Yeah.
about Sarshan and
Oh God, no! Okay, while they're doing this business with the book, I would like to look around with the Eldritch Sight and to see if there's anything magical up in here. Any other like magic passageways?
No, and then Rogar's true sight did not see
Okay.
anything in here. Yep. She does. So you do detect some more magical objects on Melara.
Okay. See, these are hard because I'm not sure what's going to be like just noble people fancy jewelry, which I guess is part of the game. But since I am not going to steal people's stuff off their body because that's not my skill set. But anyway, so what kind of like whereabouts? Because she got the magic items.
She looks like she's got a couple of long cylindrical objects in her pouch on her belt, and it looks like one of her rings is magical, and it appears that the dagger in her belt.
Okay.
I was gonna ask, just like, oh yeah, I didn't catch the name of the book again. What did you say it was called? So hopefully she'll like think it even as she says something else.
Ooh.
She says, rules and regulations for peacekeeping. 301. But in her head, she thinks, but you're a horse.
Wait, what?
Oh, it was a thing on the Discord.
It's a really strange photoshopped romance novel cover.
That cover is just like stuck in my head. I can't get it out.
Horse head on Amanda.
Kayla's gonna say, Oh, that sounds really boring. I really like romance novels. Have you ever read But You're a Horse? Favorites.
She gets really excited, like genuinely excited for a moment, and she like walks over to you. She like grabs both of your hands, and like in her head, you can detect her going like, "Oh boy, oh gosh," and she just calmly says to you, "Have you also read this book? Are you a fan?"
Yeah. One of my
Me and
favorites.
you, we should go grab tea or wine later. Like, I've always wanted to start a book club. I've always wanted to talk to somebody about my love for this book. There just aren't enough fans around for me to just really geek out on it. But
So that was my attempt to pickpocket her while she walked over toward Caliph.
okay.
16.
I mean, now we know what the book is.
I know we've gotten very distracted on stealing this woman's bloody romance novel.
Oh, I would have given
horse.
you guidance to.
Yeah, add the
thing, right?
D4.
Add the
All
D4.
right.
And I'm so
Okay, I
like,
got
okay.
a 19 then.
She does not notice.
Okay.
You dip your hand in, and yeah, you grab the book.
I would love to start a book club for this, but we need to solve this murder investigation first. There's still how many more rooms? There's still 2 more rooms we haven't searched.
She said, "Oh, I mean, I'm sure your friends have got it. You could stay here, and we could chat in the meantime. Look, I got another glass of wine right there.
No.
Let's."
See, we need Caliph. She's an integral part of the team. She has skills that nobody else has. I mean, have you seen her wings?
So did I get anything else in her belt pouch, by the way?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I rolled to see if Rogar's read this chat book.
You specifically went for the book, so.
I guess.
Because I want to roll to see if Rogar's actually read this book, like, chat book secretly.
Sure. Okay. Murder happened. Body's still up at the office, but this book.
This
Yes.
book. So, what would I roll? What should I roll?
The true crime is that all of us have.
Roll a D100. That is a
Roll
true
D100.
crime. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have to.
I mean, y'all might be getting a little bonus for a job well done after this.
So it's just. So the thing is, I just want so badly for like her to actually have found like a book club, like two people who are just geeking out on like something together is such a wonderful, beautiful thing. And so like, I feel bad that like Caliph probably hasn't actually read it, and then she's finally found someone. Oh, 16? Well, on a 100, a 16. I don't know. I was trying to roll high or low because if it's
I was
I
thinking
bet
high.
you can find
Oh.
it and read it and find this woman who works in Westgate again
okay.
and start
Yeah.
that book club. You
Rogar
could
has-
probably get a recommendation for a follow-up book even.
Rogar has set this in his mind as a goal because it's such a beautiful thing to.
Go
We
ahead,
have a new
Chet,
adventure.
Suggest some more.
After this.
Suggest some more titles for the book club.
There we go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So.
Can we extricate ourselves from this?
Okay, I
but-
quickly sign my pen name, and then I put it back in her pocket.
Nice.
There we go.
So Melara, kind of remember. She's like snaps back too, and she's like, "So, did you find everything? Like I
No.
originally asked."
No, we are still looking. And I just remembered, we missed one of the rooms upstairs, and we think maybe that's where maybe Jiro's gone to ground. So we're just gonna go check that real quick.
I mean, Jira with the knife. All you gotta tell me is why she did it, and I think we have enough evidence.
Mhm. We were kind of hoping
We're trying to find out the why.
Yeah. We should guys
Okay,
go in the
okay.
ring and talk to her.
Y'all are the
Probably should.
adventurers.
Oh, right. She's still in the ring, isn't she?
Yeah, but maybe let's go somewhere that everybody's not gonna watch us jump in a magic ring.
Okay.
And
I
who do we
mean-
trust to leave outside? I guess Rogar could stay. Oh, I don't know.
If you do find her, bring her right here.
I mean, I guess we could go in the ring and let Melara hold it, because she came into this late and she does not strike me as somebody who's particularly malicious. Not great at her job, but not malicious.
If we encounter her anywhere within this manor, we will bring her right to you.
Thank you. And technically, if y'all solved the murder, then she's great at her job because she hired you.
And nicely
Like
worded,
lateral
Caleb.
thinking.
Very cleverly worded.
Yes.
You know, you could let me hold the ring.
No.
You don't need to take me with you into the ring, is what I'm saying.
We've established, Fane, that you are helpful, but we have not established yet that you are trustworthy.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, so I suspect we're probably going to a third episode of this, but we should probably go upstairs and maybe use the office to jump in the ring and see if we can question Jira.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, let's go see what's in the other rooms.
Okay.
You know, I'm a bit surprised that they didn't really try and frame you instead of framing the unconnected orphan girl. But I suppose that makes sense.
An unconnected orphan girl has a motive you could make up. She wants to inherit her father's fortune. She's angry at her father who neglected her. It's easy.
Yeah, I can sympathize. We should
don't-
definitely save her.
So if we go up to the yellow room, is the yellow room the conservatory?
It is not. When you open it, it appears to be a smaller room. And from the items inside, you notice that there is one of the valet uniforms, like on one of the cots there. There are 4 cots in the room.
Okay.
Ah.
Can
Servants.
we search it?
You may, yeah. I mean, how do you want to search it?
Check
normally
under the
with-
mattress. Do like an investigation check, and also just Eldritch Sight because I got it going.
And the true sight, right? And then we could.
Yeah, True Sight, you don't detect anything. With your Eldritch Sight, you don't. You do see some scrolls over near the bed. They appear to be very similar to the Scroll of Sending that Kieran used at the beginning
Okay.
of the session.
And there
Are-
was this scroll remains in the secret passage.
Yeah.
And I use my out of sight to determine if anything's really fabulous in the room.
So
Sorry,
someone
I don't-
used a
Fabulous.
scroll, probably to control the child, to have her attack.
Curious, given that everybody seems to be working, that there's a valet uniform cast off here. Is that what is that, like an insight check? Does that seem weird? Because it feels like it's weird, but
Give me an investigation roll.
okay, I did, and it's terrible.
It's like logical.
A
That's a
12.
logical thing.
I got a 19.
Deduction.
Sure.
Between the two of you, you feel like somebody just dressed in a hurry, and like was like the old uniform that they were wearing.
Okay.
Should Artemisia sniff this room?
Just do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like food bits or anything like that. In fact, it smells like immaculately clean.
Oh.
Does the uniform smell of anything? Or any person in particular?
When you smell that, give me. No, I think your passive is good enough. Okay, so yeah, you detect that it is actually Kieran's uniform. It smells like him.
She'll tell
Who's
that
Kieran
to us
again?
as we leave.
He's the
footman.
slender, beautiful youth footman who came in right after we found the dead body.
Yeah, he knew
Was he the one
exactly
who-
when to come in.
Welcomed us at the coach as well, same person.
Yep.
And really didn't like Caliph being a necromancer, apparently.
I mean,
Aye.
it helps when you know her. your
But
rooms
just
are really
like if he
spooky.
was worried that maybe a necromancer might like be able to raise the dead, let's say, if someone were killed or like I don't know. But-
Interesting.
It doesn't smell like the other trail though. It smells
Yeah.
different.
All right, should we check out the last room?
Artemisia will just come in wolf rather than back and forth.
That makes sense. If
Okay.
anyone asks, you're my emotional support animal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me ask you one question. What it is 9 o'clock right now?
Mhm.
What time do we wish to end tonight?
Well, I mean, if
Now-
we're close, then like
I don't think
If we're
close.
not close, like I guess like 15 minutes close.
9:14 and 32 seconds.
Because if we're half an hour close, like that's within tolerances for me.
Okay,
That looks like
I don't know because, for example, like Emily just like destroyed that first puzzle, and I feel like maybe y'all will just have like an aha moment. But I think to be safe, maybe this is a good spot to end right
Okay.
before you enter the last room.
Works for me.
Okay.
Okay.
We have not actually been in the guest bedroom either. We just have guesses that's in there. Just so
Yep.
you know. But
Yep.
okay.
So just for fun, does each of you want to just take a crack at what you think is going on and who it could be right now, knowing
Professor
that there's still
Plum
2 rooms and all
in
that?
Oh, right.
Kieran.
Why?
Because he's Erdwane's secret son
Okay.
and is mad that the secret daughter is now going to inherit everything when he was previously passed it on.
Nice.
I like that.
Okay. Who?
Did she just smash the puzzle again? No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Who's next?
I mean, I'll throw out a wild guess,
Yes, please.
which is Lothlane,
Why?
because he needs the money so badly. And he had already talked. We'll say that he'd already talked to Erdwane, and knew that he wouldn't get the money from him directly, so he hatched this plan to use a scroll to take over the daughter, and then when she's imprisoned, he will get to her money somehow.
Interesting. Okay, who's next?
I think it was Kieran as well, but I think Jahasa had something to do with arranging it.
Why?
Because I think that Shalesar was an asset or feeding information to the Cormyreans, and she had to take him out for one reason or another.
Okay, who's next?
I like all of these answers.
Right?
I'm so honestly.
Everybody's guilty. It's the Oriental Express.
My
Yeah.
gut
Yep.
says Cairn. But I feel like I don't have strong clues to confirm that. And if you are the loyal servant for a nobleman who's about to like bequeath all his fortune to his random child, noblemen give their fortunes to loyal servants sometimes in stories. Maybe you were planning on it. But I'm also very distracted by the couple.
The couple also smelled of the
yeah.
trail through the secret passage.
They were on the trail, and I'm so curious about this sowing your wild oats thing. Maybe it's him and Kieran. Maybe they're in it together.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm also laughing because of the viewers are saying ridiculous things.
Volunteers sort them out.
Yeah, it's one solution to the puzzle, I guess. All right, Rogar or Randy.
I think it's Peacekeeper Malara because she heard there was going to be really good hors d'oeuvres at the party, and the only way she'd get invited to the party is if a rich person were murdered. So she arranged the entire.
Spoilers.
No, I think.
What if you
I
just
don't know.
nailed that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Also,
I think.
Sorry.
I mean, I liked all of the answers. So just to be different, I guess maybe I'd say maybe the mist falls because Erdwane was sleeping. He sowed his royal oats with what's his name?
Jira.
Or
What if he was sleeping with Jira?
Oh.
And
Or,
this is how he proves to his wife
Oh,
that,
boy.
like, okay, it's over. I'll frame her for murder.
Or that she slept with. Or that she swept with Erdwane because to get back at Erdwane for sowing his oats. Or I don't know. There's maybe something going on there.
We
Or maybe they
clearly have
both
some
slept with.
questions for
Maybe they
Jira.
both slept with Erdwane and they could have no peace until.
Wow.
Well, we will find out, hopefully, next session. Although our chat seems to really want you all to kill them all and let Tyr sort it out.
We'll kill all of them. We'll do some judicious speak with dead, and then we'll revivify the ones who weren't murderers. That's just efficient.
Indeed, indeed.
Put them all and kill them all and let Gar sort them out.
Yes.
That seems expensive. We'll have to buy a bunch of pearls.
I mean, I feel like we could just get Malara
Buy a bunch
to
of
do
pearls.
these things.
Okay, so please take us through our outro.
All right, everybody, that's all the time we have for tonight. I have been Eric Scott to be the player of Fane, Fairy, Warlock, Troublemaker, Chaos Gremlin, but she's doing her best. Thank you for coming with us on this 1 part no, 2 part no, 3 part murder mystery. Take it away, Aaron.
I'm Aaron M. Evans. You can find me on Twitter at Aaron M. Evans. You can listen to my podcast, Writing About Dragons and Shit, with Trevor Bettis and B. Dave Walters, where we ramble about writing. Or you can catch me on Champions of Lore on Wednesday mornings at 11 on twitch.tv/CNE Games. That is Pacific, where I talk about the lore behind the game of our sponsor, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Check them out at idlechampions.com.
I've been Rhiannon Held. My latest book that is out now is the print version of my novella series, Space Opera. The collection is called Idyllion. And as we are all writers and authors of various stripes, you may want to check out all of our different books. And the places you can do that include the Amazon widget on Twitch, and then also dungeonscrawlers.com. There's a page that has everything listed. So pick 1 or 2 and try them out. Leave us a review, all that good stuff. And tonight, thank you to our moderators, Meyer, Doug, Shay, and Seldering.
Hi, I'm Yang Yang Wang. So once again, the charity for this week is the Ocean Conservancy. Man, I cannot say that word. I am so sorry. But please click the link down below and check them out. They do a lot of really great work to help protect our oceans and to educate people from all over the world about how to protect those oceans and why it's important. I am also going to close the entries right now for the custom jumbo D20. And we are going to pick the winner, and it is Nogu Doger. Congratulations!
Hey.
I will private message you and get the details sorted out, and we'll figure out how to get you that jumbo D20.
I've been Emily Tay. Thanks everyone who's been giving inspiration all throughout the show. Really handy in a couple of moments.
Yep.
And I'm Randy Henderson. Thank you to everyone who subscribed and followed. We really appreciate it. And check out our YouTube as well. Follow us over there. And then come on, join our Discord. Follow us and join in on the conversations. We have lots of fun conversations about the stream, about gaming, about hobbies, about writing, about everything over there. So come join the community. And you can check out our website if you're new to the show and want to learn about the characters, players, read recaps of our past episodes, etc. So thank you all for joining us. Looking forward to solving the mystery next week. Woohoo! And until next time, maybe hopefully increasingly like the Hitchhiker's Guide trilogy, the increasingly inaptly named one shot.
I like letting you all do what you all want to do.
It's been great. It's fun. So thank you all, and see you next week. Until then, stay scrawly.